Hey everybody, it's Luke Miller from Real New York Tours. I know so many of you are on lockdown right now. So many of you are quarantined, had to cancel your trips to New York City. We were so sad and so bummed we couldn't see you. But we are in New York City, not on lockdown. We are required to keep a distance of up to 6 feet from our fellow New Yorkers, which I am doing by being in Central Park. It's so amazing because actually there's hardly anybody in the park, which kind of gives me the freedom to roam around and explore the park. And I just thought I would maybe bring a little bit of Central Park to you guys, just to make you feel like you still had a little piece of New York with you today. And you know, the park was the vision of a lot of different people. One of the main visionaries I like to talk about is a guy named William Cullen Bryant. He was a poet, he was an orator, he was the editor of the New York Post. And you know, Bryant had this vision of creating what he called a democratic landscape, a place that when entered, the disparities between upper class and lower class would diminish and our common humanity would prevail. He wanted to see if he could somehow transform dirt and trees into a democracy. So guys, welcome to the lake. Yes, really easy to get back to this part of the park if you're in New York City. Just look at a map of Central Park and look for the lake. Pretty easy to find. And just such a beautiful, serene place here. Central Park West, which sits right outside of the park here, is really famous for its twin tower buildings. I want to talk to you about a couple of them. This one right here, let me see if I can get my finger there. Boom! This is the San Remo, guys, built in 1929 by an architect named Emery Roth. And what made Emery Roth's buildings so important in New York is that they were non-restrictive, essentially meaning they allowed the Jewish community in. Many buildings at this time did not. So that was a big, bold social statement. That building would become highly successful. So many celebrities have lived there over the years. We are talking about Steven Spielberg, Bruce Willis, Steve Martin, Diane Keaton, Bono from U2 had a place there, Steve Jobs had a place there. Madonna tried to get in the 1980s, but they would not let her in. So out went the non-restrictive laws when it came to Madonna. Now, if you look down here, I'm gonna point to another one, see if I can get my finger there. Boom, that is the Beresford. And that is another Emery Roth building. You have Harrison Ford, Jerry Seinfeld that reside there. So, I mean, this is really like Celebrity Row up here. Okay, so now, my friends, we are going to move on and we're gonna head down to Bethesda Fountain, one of my favorite parts of the park as well. I have a lot of favorites in Central Park. So yeah, we're gonna take a little journey down here, and how about this? I will meet you there. Okay, bye. Actually, I lied. I'm gonna take you on a little bit of that journey with me, guys. Real quick, I wanna show you over here, beautiful Bow Bridge, which you'll see off in the distance there. Completed in 1862, a part of the original design of Central Park. And probably have seen it in tons of films, just a few being Spider-Man 3, Maid of Honor, 27 Dresses. It is one of our most cherished cast iron bridges here at Central Park. Yeah, we're gonna continue down this way. If you look at some of these benches, guys, you will see these beautiful plaques on them. These plaques are actually help raise money to maintain Central Park. You can buy a bench in the name of a loved one that has passed away for $7,000, I believe the price is today. Some of these will break your heart. You will see, you know, ones that say touching things like, I sat on this bench for 50 years with my beloved Henry. I miss you every day. But just a wonderful way for us to continue to raise money to keep this park looking as beautiful as it does. All right, we're gonna keep on moving along here. Some of this beautiful music being played in the background. All right, guys, so here we are at Bethesda Fountain, otherwise known as the Angel of the Waters, inspired by the Gospel according to John, unveiled in 1873 to celebrate the purification of New York City's water system, when we finally built the Croton Aqueduct that brought fresh water to New York City. I'm gonna actually turn you around so you guys can have a look at her without my big head being in the way. So hold on. Now, if you look closely at Bethesda, you will see that in her hand, she holds a laurel branch, which is a symbol of peace and purity and with her other hand she blesses the water that's usually in here below. Now there's also a statue of Bethesda in Jerusalem, and people in Jerusalem actually believe that Bethesda has healing powers, and if they are sick they bathe themselves in her blessed water. Now, I want you to just take a look at these woods behind Bethesda here, guys. This is called the Rambles, and that is 37 acres of really rural woodlands. You want to get lost in Central Park, go to the Rambles. When I was a kid, we used to explore the Rambles and go find these cool old caves in there. Law and Order films in there all the time because it's just a great place to find a dead body, only on TV. All right, guys, so now we are going to walk under Bethesda Terrace, and we are going to go to what's known as the arcade. And just look at this, it is so beautiful. Look up at this ceiling, guys. These are hand-painted tiles from a very famous tile factory in England called the Minton Tile Factory. And this is just such a stunning, beautiful part of Central Park. You have this gentleman here playing beautiful acoustic music. And yeah, one of my favorite things is to turn around and see Bethesda perfectly framed here by these arches. Ah, just lovely. Hey guys, well, I hope this little taste of Central Park brightened up your day. I hope it made you feel like you kind of left the house a little bit, maybe soften the blow of having to cancel your tours or your trips anywhere in the world. And just remember, guys, we're gonna make it through this, man. Just hang tight, don't forget to breathe, be cool, love one another. All is gonna be well, all right? So you guys have a great day, and we'll see you down the road.